You did it again, didn't you? You were in that meeting and you felt the objection rising in your throat, but you smiled and nodded instead. You were with that person, the one who always drains you, and when they asked for one more favor, you heard yourself say, "Of course," while every part of your body screamed, "No." You looked at your life, the career you chose, the city you live in, the path you're on, and you felt a deep, hollow ache. The ache of a life that looks right on paper but feels wrong in your bones. This isn't a single mistake. It's not a moment of weakness. It is a pattern, a design, a deeply ingrained neurological program. I call it the self-betrayal loop, and it is, without question, the most dangerous psychological place you can inhabit. Your competitor called it the Chamber of Self-Betrayal, a place, but that's not quite right. A place is passive. You can leave a place. This is a machine. It's a cognitive engine you built, piece by piece, to keep yourself safe from judgment, from conflict, from failure. But that machine, which was once your armor, has now become your cage, and it is slowly, methodically erasing you. You feel it, don't you? The exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fix, the chronic indecision, the strange anxiety that hums in the background of your life, the hollow feeling of achieving a goal and feeling nothing. You think something is fundamentally broken in you. But what if you're not broken? What if you're just trapped in a faulty program? What if all you need is the administrator password, the instructions to shut the machine down? I'm not here to give you philosophy. I'm not here to tell you to just be brave. That's useless advice. I am here to give you the protocol. To break the machine, you must first understand how it was built. The blueprint is simpler and more tragic than you think. It starts in childhood. As children, we are built for two things: authenticity and attachment. We are pure, unfiltered signals. When we're happy, we laugh. When we're hurt, we cry. When we don't want something, we say no. But we are also built for survival. And survival means maintaining our attachment to our caregivers. So what happens? That child, you, cries and is told you're being too sensitive. You get angry and you're told, "Don't be difficult." You express a clear no, and you are met with disapproval, disappointment, or even punishment. A devastating lesson is learned, a lesson that will define your entire life. My authentic self is a threat to my survival. So, the brain, in its infinite wisdom, makes a choice. It prioritizes attachment over authenticity. It begins to build the machine. You learn to create a mask, a pleasing, agreeable, good version of you, the version that gets approval, the version that survives. You learn to ignore your internal signal, that gut feeling, and replace it with a hyper-vigilant external one. What do they want me to do? What is the safe thing to say? Now, let's fast forward 20 or 30 years. Let's look at the neuroscience of what you've actually done. That gut feeling? That is not magic. That is a complex biological supercomputer. It's your vagus nerve sending terabytes of data from your body to your brain. It's your insular cortex, the part of your brain that translates physical sensations into conscious emotion. It's your body's lifetime of experience processing a situation instantly and giving you a clear physical signal, yes, this is right, or danger, get out. But what have you been doing for 20 years? Every time you felt that tightness in your chest, that no, and you said yes anyway, you created a tiny neurological fracture. Your brain registered a state of profound cognitive dissonance, My internal survival instinct says danger, but my conscious action says proceed. To resolve this paradox, your brain does something terrifying. It doesn't want to live in that constant, painful conflict, so it begins to atrophy the connection. The neurological pathway from your gut to your conscious mind, through lack of use, becomes weak, faint, muted. This is not a metaphor. Your brain literally begins to prune the connections that carry the signal of your true self, because you have taught it that this signal is noise, that this signal is unsafe. And that is the hollow feeling. That is why you genuinely don't know what you want for dinner, or for your career, or for your life. It's not because you're indecisive. It's because you have successfully, surgically disconnected the hardware. The signal is still there, but it's a whisper instead of a shout. The machine has won. It has convinced you that the mask is your face, and the cost is catastrophic. It's chronic anxiety because your body is screaming no, but your mind won't listen. It's depression because your true self has been buried alive. It's the hollow pursuit of goals you don't actually want just to get a hit of approval from a world that is only applauding your mask. You have become a performance, a walking costume, and you are exhausted from holding it up. But here is the beautiful, powerful truth. The hardware is still there. The signal is weak, but it is not gone. The pathways are overgrown, but they are not destroyed. You can rebuild that connection. You can remyelinate those pathways. You can break the loop. This is not philosophy. This is training. This is the 3-step Neuro-Protocol to reclaim your mind. Step 1, the 3-second signal search. The self-betrayal loop thrives on speed. It banks on your automatic, pre-programmed, safe response. Your first act of rebellion is to interrupt the circuit. That's it. You will create space. The next time you are asked a question, big or small, can you help me with this? Do you like this idea? Can you come to this event? You will not answer immediately. You will pause. You will take one deep breath, and in that 3-second gap, you will become a scientist of your own body. You will perform a signal search. You will ask yourself one question, and one question only. What do I feel? Not what should I do, not what will they think, not what is the right answer. Just, what do I feel? Is it a tightness in your chest, a sinking in your stomach, a feeling of expansion and lightness, or a feeling of contraction and dread? That's it. That's the entire step. You don't even have to act on it. You don't have to say no. The first victory is not changing your answer. The first victory is hearing the signal. You have just proven that the connection is still there. You have just poured water on a dormant seed. Step 2, the low-stakes alignment. You cannot go from 20 years of self-betrayal to quitting your job or ending a relationship tomorrow. Your system is not ready for that. The machine will flood you with so much panic and guilt that you will retreat. You must retrain the muscle. You must go to the neurological gym, and you start with the lightest possible weights. You will practice aligning your action with your signal on things that have zero consequence. The barista asks if you want whipped cream. Signal, no. Your answer, no thank you. That's a win. You just did a rep. A friend asks if you want to watch a movie you have no interest in. Signal, no. Your answer, I'm not really in the mood for that one. Could we find something else? That's a win. Another rep. Can I call you right now? Signal, I'm busy. Your answer, I'm in the middle of something. Can I call you back in 30 minutes? That's a win. You are rebuilding the pathway. These tiny, low-stakes acts of alignment are neurological gold. They are sending a powerful new message to your brain. The signal and the action are matching. The signal is safe. With every rep, the pathway gets stronger. The whisper gets louder. Step 3. The truth first reframe. Now, you will still have to do things you don't want to do. That is not self-betrayal. That is called being an adult. The betrayal is not in the action. The betrayal is in the lie you tell yourself. When you must do something you don't want to do, you will stop the internal lie. Instead of saying, "It's fine, I don't mind," you will tell yourself the truth. You will say internally, "This feels bad. I do not want to do this, but I am choosing to do it for a strategic reason. I am choosing to go to this boring meeting because it is important for my career. I am choosing to help this family member because I love them, even though this is draining me." Do you see the critical difference? You are no longer pretending. You are no longer at war with your own reality. You are acknowledging the cost. You are validating your own signal. This honesty itself breaks the loop. It restores your integrity. It puts you, your conscious adult self, back in the driver's seat. The goal of this protocol is not to become a selfish person who only ever does what they want. The goal is to become an honest person, an integrated person, a person who is no longer at war with their own nervous system. The Hall of Mirrors, the Theater of Masks, the Room of Silence. That video you saw named all the places you can get trapped. But what it didn't tell you is that the self-betrayal loop is the master program that builds all of those prisons in the first place. You live in the Hall of Mirrors because you betrayed your own truth for so long, you only want to hear echoes. You live in the Theater of Masks because you believe your true face is unacceptable. You live in the Room of Silence because you've learned that your voice is a problem. Fix this one core loop, and the other prisons begin to crumble. Your life belongs to you, not to your fears, not to your childhood programming, and not to the expectations of others, which you have been hallucinating your entire life. It's time to take it back. The machine is loud, but you are smarter than the machine. The program is old, but you can write new code. Start with one 3-second pause. Start with one low-stakes no. Start by telling yourself the truth. Start today. And when you're ready to break the next loop, the one that keeps you exhausted and feeling not good enough, watch this video next. I explain the neurological reason why you can't stop comparing yourself to others and the 2-step protocol to finally get out of the arena of comparison. Click here. Your true self is waiting.